Maya, okay, you have to hear this. Imagine it's 1856, right? You're in this quiet seaside town in Massachusetts, and suddenly 200 women, led by a lady named Hannah Jumper, come marching through the streets. And they aren't carrying flowers. They're carrying hatchets.
Wait, hatchets? Like a literal hatchet-wielding mob of women?
Yes, it was called Rockport's Revolt Against Rum. They basically went house to house, shop to shop, and smashed every single barrel of alcohol they could find. They were done with it. And the wildest part? That one afternoon turned the town dry for over a century. They didn't allow restaurants to serve a drop of alcohol until 2005.
2005? Leo, that's basically yesterday. I mean, I remember 2005. So for almost 150 years, because of Hannah and her crew, you couldn't get a glass of wine with dinner?
Not a drop. They didn't even have a store that sold beer until 2019. It's like this little time capsule of a town. It's called Rockport, and it's right on the tip of Cape Ann, northeast of Boston. It's basically the granite capital of the world. Or it was.
Rockport. It sounds very sturdy. Is that where the name comes from? The granite?
Exactly. It's literally a town built on a rock. I was reading about it, and it's like, okay, imagine the East Coast cities in the 1800s, all those grand buildings in Boston and New York. A lot of that is Rockport granite. They even had to invent a special kind of boat, a granite sloop, just to carry the massive stones because they were so heavy. They were like the heavy lift helicopters of the 19th century.
That's incredible. I'm picturing these massive slabs of stone being hauled out of the earth. But who was actually doing the work? It couldn't have been easy.
That's the fascinating part. It was this huge melting pot. You had tons of Finnish and Swedish immigrants coming over because they were experts at stone cutting. They actually lived in this area called Pigeon Cove. But it wasn't all peaceful. There was this huge strike in 1899 at the Blood Ledge Quarry.
Blood Ledge? That sounds a bit intense for a cozy seaside town.
Right? The Finnish workers were super militant about their rights. The company tried to bring in strikebreakers from Boston, and the Finnish strikers basically formed a wall. There's this story about them rallying with clubs and stones to protect their jobs. But, and here's the silver lining, they actually won. They got a 9-hour workday and overtime pay in 1899. That was huge.
Wow. It's amazing how these small towns have such deep layers of struggle and victory. It's not just pretty views, it's grit.
Totally. But speaking of pretty views, there's this one building there. It's a little red fishing shack on a wharf. It's called Motif Number 1.
Motif Number 1? That's a very artistic name for a shack.
Wait, really? You haven't heard of it? Maya, it is widely considered the most frequently painted building in the entire United States.
Wait, really? More than like the White House or the Empire State Building?
In terms of landscape painting, absolutely. Every artist who goes to New England eventually stands in front of this red shack. It's become the symbol of the perfect coastal scene. Back in 1933, the town even built a 27-foot scale model of the shack on a float and drove it all the way to Chicago for the World's Fair.
They drove a shack to Chicago?
Only in the daylight. It took them less than a week, and it won first place. When it got back to Rockport, 4,000 people, which was like the whole town back then, lined the streets to welcome it home. It's like the town's mascot.
I love that. It's so wholesome. Just a town obsessed with their beautiful little red shack. It sounds like such a sanctuary, honestly.
It really is. It's got these rocky beaches, the smell of salt air, and all these artists just tucked away in little colonies. It transitioned from this heavy industrial granite powerhouse to this peaceful haven for creativity.
You know, hearing about places like this makes me want to just unplug for a bit. It's nice to know these pockets of history are still there, just being quiet and beautiful.
Exactly.
Actually, before you tell me more about the islands off the coast, I just want to say, if you're enjoying these little escapes with us, we'd love to have you back. Join the loop and get your daily curiosity fix with us. It's a nice way to start the day.
Definitely. Come hang out on the porch with us.
So you mentioned islands?
Oh, yeah. There's Thatcher Island, which has these famous twin lighthouses. It's one of the only places in the U.S. that has two. And then there's Milk Island.
Milk Island? Please tell me there are cows swimming there.
Sadly, no cows. It's actually a bird sanctuary now. But the whole area is it's where the land literally gives up and becomes the Atlantic. It's the end of the line.
It sounds like the perfect place to watch a sunset.
The best. Honestly, I think we all need a little more Rockport energy in our lives. a little bit of hatchet-wielding determination, and a lot of appreciation for a nice red shack.
I'll skip the hatchet, but I'll take the shack and the sunset. Thanks for bringing this today, Leo. It was fascinating.
Anytime. See you again, everyone.
Stay curious.